Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream, and today we continue working on the Glide remake. Now I think that we need to start doing some refactoring, but first I think this brings back a bunch of memories. This should bring back a bunch of memories. Isn't that cool? This brings back a bunch of memories. This map right here. And so far, I mean, we've got something good working. So we've got a map selector. I can go, for example, cavern. And when I start flying, as you can see, we should have a booster that boosts us up and pushes us down. There we go. I actually saved this time. Now, first thing I want to do is actually refactor the code a bit, because the problem was that it didn't save or work properly last time. Come on, there we go. Was a bit powerful. Okay, so that is the idea behind it. Whoops. And I think here it ends it. So, and if I land, I die. And then, so, like it's the old game, it's as close as I can at the moment. But the first thing we need to do is do some refactoring. You can see. So if you go back to our IntelliJ, the thing I actually want to refactor is the element summoner. That I don't think that is the best thing to do here. Let me quickly just let IntelliJ index here, because the problem relies on that. If it's not indexed, finish indexing, it doesn't work. It's wonderful. What does this now say? Let me stop the server and see. Submit. CD doesn't submit report. Clear all. Clear all. I want to be able to. Okay, so. Okay, I think I just might need to restart the IDE. That's wonderful, isn't it? Okay, let me quickly restart IntelliJ. And let's see how it goes with IntelliJ then. Running. Go back to main. Please work this time. Very not if you don't work. Go back to main. I'm just waiting till the index is finished. And please work. Please, please. That would be painful if it doesn't work today. Index in library. Don't ask again. Don't check. Okay. So indexing. So it'll take it some time. I understand what I did before. But what we've done so far is in this element summoner. You see here we've got everything is, so there's a concept in programming that the class should only have, or a object should only have one responsibility, and at the moment the class is called summoner, but we've got the spin objects here, we've got the boost and whatnot else. Wonderful, index fully, thank you so much. We've got the place element and summon. Okay, so you see what I mean. So we need to update this. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to put here in the spin display, because it's not working so far, to copy that, and I've moved to the side so the code doesn't jump every time I change this. So if we go here to game element, if we get the game element effect, make a new new Java class, and we call this game element and new game element, display, I think. No, let's just do yeah, display game element. No, let's call it this game element because it's a game element object, and to paste this in there. That's going to spin it, and the plugin. So the game element needs a plugin. So we say public game element requires glide. No, what do we call this? Elytra minigame. Elytra minigame. Login Okay, and let's see, does it solve the error? No, it doesn't. So I have to say Elytra minigame plugin, and let's empty that out, and then inside the constructor we say this dot plugin equals plugin. There we go. So then we just set the plugin to the plugin, and we will see that we've got the rest. The spin doesn't work though. This I copied directly from the paper thing. Though I don't know where they rotated. Rotate Y. Element sum.axis. Okay, so we still have access to that. That's good because we're hopefully in the same package. Then, what I need to do next is on the map load. So when the map starts, we should call the function replace. Oh, let's call it public void fix elements. There we go. And what that does, it loops. The problem I'm having before, let me start the server. The problem I'm having before was that when starting the server, quickly let's compile, and if you see if it loads, bold, starting paper, and there we, please work now. Got the plugin inside of it. It's compiled. It's so cool. Being able to run the entire server and compile system in the IntelliJ. Okay, let's go back to here. And now if I started, so joining world loading terrain, the problem I had before means slash mode creative. The problem I had before was that the elytra, or the elements that like the booster and the lifter, I have no clue what they're called officially. These things, for example, this thing constantly moved. I place it in this old one, it's still very big. The new one should only be roughly this size. And this one is still fine, I guess, but you see what I mean. So what I want to do is that every time we start the maps, every time it loads, we kill all entities, so we kill all block displays in the world and replace them. And I don't think this is going to be a multiplayer game, so you'll not only be able to play one game at a time, because I'm not going to implement the other logic. You see? So if I go back to IntelliJ, fix elements, I don't need you. If I go to fix elements, the first thing I need to do, paper documentation, there we go, kill entity, there we go, and say kill. Command that's simple. Turning visibility command API. I don't think that's how to do it. Slash say registering a command. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here and just say TT using Java. Let's see what it says. Okay, so here's a spigot thing. Trigger is damageable. Okay, so just set the health to 0. Okay, so say we need a player. Yeah. And actually I need to do differently. I need the map. So I need, because I've got two maps here, lift and booster summon location. So actually I don't need any parameters. Although what I need to do is first I have to go for all the boosters. 4 and no, we need to do like this. 4, what is this called? Location lock in location lock in booster summon locations. Oh, how do we do that? Lift summon locations, not booster, lifter summon locations. There we go. then we're going to do is quite simple. Is we're going to say if we say lock.get nearby entities. There we go. This is living. Let's do nearby entities. Nearby entities. What does the parameters need? This thing needs parameter size of the box on the x-axis. Okay, let's just do 5, 5, 5. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say entity equals lock.get nearby entities. What do you return? You return returns the collection of entities. Okay. Can I pass that into a entity? There we go. I can pass that into an entity, and then I can say entity dot set health damage dot kill remove. There we go. And then we do summon the entity. So then we do here in our summon block display. Summon block display. Then the parameters for summon blocks is element and the location. So because we say element dot booster, and location is lock. There we go. So what this basically does is we loop through every entity, every booster in the booster booster list. We remove it and then we respawn it, so it's properly aligned. And now we need to do the same thing again. Now to think how I'm to solve this. Okay, let's do it like this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to say for map.entry, no, big entry, is that the correct way to do that? I think I already did it somewhere. Wait, let me check. Where did I do that? Let's see. Place element, target, switch element. No, that's not the thing. I feel like I looped through this once somewhere. Effect. For play.get rule. No, it's not that. Okay, I have no clue what it is then. Let's see. Entry. Okay, what's the entry for this thing? Let's see, what's the entry? Okay, I think there's a more efficient way to do this. I think it might be for var entry map.entry and reset. It's not map, it is booster some location dot entry set. There we go. Okay, so you just do that. That's cool. So then let's do var entry. That saves a bunch of time. And then I just do here and entity dot entity equals, and then we pass that or cast that, and then we do entry dot get block face. Okay, that's important. Location and block face. The location. I see the location though. Dot get key dot get nearby entities in a 5x5x5 radius. There we go. So now we've got the entity, so the position of the entity. Then we say entity dot remove, so we remove the entity, and then we do summon block display. Now this is where the question comes into do, but if it's here for the booster, in case of booster, we need the direction, and the direction is the block face. So then in here, I need also a block face. Let me not do capital block. Block face, there we go. And direction, there we go. And then I just remove view. There we go. And then we here, we say if direction equals null, then we say direction equals player. There we go. There we go. Okay. Reassign parameter, because this one is this one over there. I have no clue what's underlining that, but we'll see. Okay. And here we can see that booster log, and then we just do here no, because this one doesn't need it. But here we do element dot, this has to be lifter though. Lift, this has to be element dot booster. Then we do lock, and now we do entry dot entry dot get key dot get no, maybe location dot get value, keys location. I need the entity lock is that get key dot get nearby entities. Let's do here location lock equals location entry dot get key. There we go. And then we just put in here lock. There we go. And finally we need the direction. Now that is where we do entry dot get then we do get value, I think, because we have what key. The key is the location, the value, so get value. There we go. Let's do that. Get value and dot get value. There we go. And now that's done. So if you do fix elements every time we call it, so we call this in the user menus, map selection menu, on when we click on any of these. So when we click basically on cavern, what we have to do is to call new element, then first we import it. So if to the very top, we go import org.solocode.game elements.element summoner. There we go. And then in here, and where's this? Where's our case? New element summoner dot fix element summoner public void fix elements. So to go back to new element summoner. There we go. Dot fix elements. Now this needs to be done in every single one when we call this. So let me see if that really works. So hopefully it runs properly. What's the problem here? Get location equals white carpet, and then here, I see. Then we do comma. No. There we go, and we do the same here, comma. No. So now it should work. Because if it equals null, so empty, we get the direction of the player. And it is running. And done, wonderful. Back to server and join. And hopefully it works. So if I click now cavern, and I go, let me just use not F5, before. Oops. Let me actually fly then. I can't stop flying though, otherwise I die. So this one should be normal. This one isn't fixed. This one is. This one is. I understand why that one's still making a bunch of problems. We remove that and go to spectator. So this one works, this one doesn't. This one does. This one doesn't exist. And this one doesn't exist. This one doesn't work. These ones exist, this one doesn't exist. Okay. So it just, most of them don't work. Why is that though? Do I lose every time I restart the thing? Do I need to write that to a file? That might be the case, actually. I think it might just be in memory, and then every time we run the file, it doesn't work. That might be the case, though. If every time we start the plugin, it doesn't save properly, so I might need to save it to a file. But before, let me actually just quickly make. No, thank you. When we actually run this, let me actually display. Let me get the player. We should display to a player. So let's do here. Player. There we go. And once we have the player, we can send it. We can send information. So what I can do now here is I can say player.sendMessage component.text. This is the component system. And inside the component we say saved location. I do a plus, and then here I do another plus. No, I do plus lock.toString. There we go. And then because there's the location, then we do here. Whoops, and we add another enter here, and then we do dot color. And because it's a booster, what color should we do? Name text color dot dark purple. Okay, so that is the send message component. We copy that, and I'm to make this a different color. So we're gonna put this at the very beginning, so right after here. So let's put that over there, and instead of lock, I do entry.getKey.toString, and instead of saved location, I do dark purple. Instead of dark purple, I'm going to do dot dark green for a bit of change. So now if we run that, not much should change because this gets called. There we go. Element sum.fix element. Oh, I forgot to add the argument. Here, fix elements, and then just need the player. So just pass in player. There we go. And now if we run it, it should work. Bold, Elytra minigame, and we'll see that. Hopefully, done. Wonderful. There we go. Back to server and join, and let's see if it works. Okay. So now if I click the map select, I click cavern, it has not done anything so far. Why is that? You chose cool map, it teleports me, and then it should does fix elements. If I go here, let me make another one of these messages right here, and the send here debug. No lock, whatever, say fix element called, so fix elements call. And let's do that red. There we go. And red. And if I recompile that, it should work. If not, my Gradle's broken again, and that would be super fun to fix. Please work. Now can I write done help for help? Not report directory. Back to server and join, and hopefully it works. Okay, so fix elements was called. It might be that. So a fix element was called. So the function was called. It might just be that the list is empty. I think that's the case. I think that might be the case. That might just be the case. Yeah, so then now we need to make a save system. I think that's important. So just loop through everything. But now we need to think of a way. Let me just first kill. So kill at E. Type equals block display. Block display. Distance equals 5 or less. So I think at the moment it's just server side where it saves. You see this is now correctly. So booster place correct. So this is the actual idea of the width. And maybe we can fix this here. Simply leave it as is. Let me just delete it though and replace it in the center. There we go. And if I go to here, I need to place it over here. There we go. And then I need to go over here and place it over there. Nope. I need to place it one behind there. Okay. And then we have one last to go, and that is all the way back here. And that's over there. And then after that, I'm to stop for now. Placed correct. So now if I do that, maybe if I do Kevin, still doesn't do that. So it's even not in memory. So it summons the thing, but it doesn't say it. Do I even add it? So when we summon the block display, if we don't add it to the list, do we? No, we do here, lifter, direction. So we actually do put it into the list, I mean the thing, but doesn't show anything. When we do fix, when we call this, it doesn't display anything. That's interesting, it doesn't show anything. Okay, so let me just think. Here, let's make a new Java class. Element game element saver. There we go. And let's see here how to do that. Save. Right to file in Java. Let's see. Public void written using buffer then correct? No. Print a string to the existing file. Just print writer, write with file upstream. No, that's not what I want. Simple. Write string class. Okay, let's do here. Yep, sorry. Let's see here. Okay. So let's do public void save position. Save element positions. There we go. Positions. And then I just need. Okay, so I just need a parameter. Okay, let's see here. If I do string, can I just do a string? I think I can do a string. This is a string element data. If not, I need to make a custom thing, and then we do here try files dot write string path of nope. Okay, in the plugin itself and resources, new file, and let's call this here element save. Okay, so let's remove that, go back to element, and it's the path of element, or actually path of. What do you need? String first. Path. I just need the path. Okay, let me just here. Copy path reference. Absolute content booth. Let's go to absolute booth. Now, actually, don't want the absolute. I just want the relative. Copy path reference, and let's see here. If we go to back, and if I can't find the place, there we go. File name, path content. I think there we go. It's there. Is that the correct one? If not, I do not know. Okay. And content, so element data. There we go. Right string. Why are you still catch? I'm missing a catch. Okay, and then throw any runtime E. So this should save it into the thing. I think I would be able to pass it into this. So if I go here into game element summoner, if I go back inside of the game element summoner, where we can run this? Let's see here. I don't think I need that. Place element. No. Okay, let me do it like this. When. Okay, actually, this might make the main class. Let's do on disable. At override and not logger on disable. So public void on disable, and there we go. Disable. Wonderful. We go back in there, and on disable doesn't work. And then I do here, I do new game element. Okay, let me first import that. I think that would be game elements, and then let's do game element saver, and then let's do new game element saver dot save element positions, and let's do game element new game element not saver, but we're going to use the both. So we're going to add another one. Instead of game element saver, we're just going to do game element summoner. Summon. Come on. Please work. Summoner. Okay, element summoner. Let's just do here new element summoner dot. And now this is where when you go back to the element summoner, and then you just copy. That's why I made this public. We need to make this public. So public, whoops, public, and public. There we go. And go back to and let's do here. Dot booster summon locations. Let's do differently. Let's do it with a for loop, because if we do it like that, it won't work. So for location lock in new element summoner dot lift the summon locations. There we go. I'm just going to put here lock dot to string. There we go. So that should be it for the loop. And now this is something I just I learned it actually works. If I now close that, if I do here for, and now this is cool, var, so it's no type. Let's do let's do booster entry. It's and then we do colon new element summoner dot booster summon locations. And I think that's super cool. If I go back to element summoner and I scroll all the way down at the bottom, we can see dot entry set. There we go. And then we do dot entry set. Isn't that cool? It no longer need to do the type and dot entry and whatever. It just works like that. and then do here new game element saver dot save element positions, and let's do booster entry dot get key dot toString, and then I need to do plus, and now we're going to do it like that. I'm to do a semicolon, and then I'm to do it again, plus, and then I'm to do here booster entry dot get value dot toString. There we go. So now this should save everything, and now if I rerun this, it should save it into the file. And now, even if it's no longer, even if the server crashes, it's still in saved memory. So that means you actually don't necessarily need to have the map running. Okay, help for help. Let's return back to server list and replay. There we go. Back to server. In creative mode. So now, if I, for example, were to kill this one here, there we go. To go a bit down. If I were to click on here in the middle, it says live correct. That's a bit short. I think that might be a tad short. Element summoner, and it is a lift, so case lift 6. No, I think we agreed on 15, so that should be fine for now. So now if I go through here, and if I remove you and I place you correctly again, okay, I think that is, it just is how it is. Also remove you and place you correctly. Now if I were to disconnect and stop it, so like actually write stop, it should now properly save it on disable, because on disable disables or like saves it into the file run server. So now if I go into element save, absolutely nothing is in here. Wonderful. Decompiled. Nope. Element saver. This did not work. Why not? Let's see. Why does it not work? Public void save element positions. String element data file. I'll try. Why did you not work? Okay. Okay, I think I need to do it like this. It's like a path. Okay, that's a thing. So file path equals path.of, and then I copy this into here. Bang, bang. No, please. Come on, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. We add you there, remove you, put you in there, and put a semicolon. And you need to be removed. There we go. Wonderful. And then I think I do files dot create directory. Create directory res file path dot get parent, I guess. And then I need to do files dot write string. File files dot write string file path and element data. There we go. And then the exception still is the same. Okay, that looks good. Hopefully it works. Da 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 da. Bam, badam. Okay, Minecraft started. Join again. Bam, badam, badam. So hopefully it runs properly. Okay, we see here. This one is still fine. If I go there and I click cavern, and if I just start flying, hopefully it works. Let's see. So it should actually change the height. If it changes the height, I know it'll work properly. Okay, so I can maybe go up here and through there and underneath there and through there and push through. Okay, okay, and then we just go all the way down again through here. Come on, please work. And why did this thing not work? Anyways, so now if I right, stop. So if I do stop, there we go. And now it should actually save it. So it should save down. Let me actually go back into Elytra minigame. On disable it works, right? Else on disable. Set enabled, else on disable. There we go. So we go to Elytra minigame, and then it says on disable. Let's just do here get logger.warning shutting down. There we go. Shutting down. There we go. Let's rerun that, and hopefully it works. Let's see. Okay, so Elytra minigame starting. Please work. I beg of you. Please work. There we go. Go back, and start. And hopefully it runs. So now, if I select there, I start flying, the height should be different. Please, the height should be different. Still the same height. Not good. Wait, what? I was boosted up. Okay, that's weird. I was boosted above there while not being in the air. Okay, wait, I need to try that again. If I fly down, that chop all of my velocity. So I was still boosted while in the air. Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's not good. That's very bad. So I'm above the thing and I still get boosted. Okay, not good. Not good at all. Can I go for water? Yeah, it just sabotages all my velocity, but that's fine. Okay, let's see here. And we go through again, and it shoots me into the... Okay, that's not normal. Okay, but now we come to the big question. If I write stop, it should save it into the file. I really hope it does. It saves it into the file. Just on default. So, do we see someone shutting down? Otherwise, we're kind of not in a good thing. Waited, saving chunks, shaving chunks, info, warning, shutting down. Okay, so it did run. So if I go to element save, still nothing in there. Okay, to actually see if it works properly in the element save, let's just see. Before we write that, let's do files.write string, and then inside of here I just say file path, and then here we say element saved positions, and we close that there, and positions, there we go. And now if I rerun this, it should compile, and then it should say element save position in the file. If it doesn't say that, I know it didn't save. So we'll see how it runs. Please work. Okay, you're finished. Go back to the server, join, and joining world, learning terrain. So if I go to cavern and I start flying, I still no clue why it didn't remove the thing or change the thing. Okay, let me just quickly end my live over here and boom. Ooh, it's raining. That's cool. Now if I go back to here and I say stop, there we go. It says shutting down, there we go. I'm waiting for it completely shut down. Now if I go to element saves, still nothing. Okay, so I know I didn't write. Okay, I have no clue why this doesn't write anymore. I have no clue why it does not work, sadly. Okay. Okay, I think I need to do this. There we go. Oh wait, that might just be I might just be looking at the wrong file. Plugins. Yep, it's not here. Spark, it doesn't exist. Bstats not there, and there. What's bstats? Config of YML. Enabled server UUID. Log failed requests. Okay, that's just something else. And paper remapped. And we've got mappings and what not else. Okay, so if I rechange this to there, what? Oh, I'm actually copy that and put this to there. Get data folder file. Import class. Get data folder. Create method in no more actions. It doesn't exist. That does not exist. Okay, let's do get class. That doesn't exist. That's not good. I think I need to do this then. This dot get. There we go. And hopefully it works. Let's see. Get let's see, hopefully it works. I've no clue how to write files in Java. Input class. Okay, just need the Java plugin. But that means in here, in the game elements, no, in the Elijah minigame class, I need also now this dot get plugin. Or dot get plugin. This dot get class. Okay, so now we have some problems. Okay, not problems. And then here we need to do the same thing we do here, comma, get plugin, and then we do this dot get class. So we get the current class, and now if we run it, hopefully, and I really hope so, that we can run, or we can use this my wording just disconnected. So now I can click the server, and hopefully it should save it now inside the thing. So if I click here and I click cavern, and so it's cool. So if I go back here and do stop, there we go. Now it should say here, where does it say? Does it say shut down? Left the game, shutting down. So now I just wanted to write one thing. So if I go back up here and I go plugin, nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. Okay, wonderful. So my my saver doesn't work. Game element saver does not work. Data for make dears. It does not work. Why not? That is a good question. Why does it not work? Why does it not save? That is not good. Why does it not work? Okay, so let me actually close this off. We say public void save element positions. There we go. And let's do string element data, and then we do here Java plugin. So in here I can do the try, and then do here the catch, and then IO exception E, and then we do here, and then I close this off there. Wonderful. Please, thank you. And then I go back in here, and then inside IO exception, then we do plugin.get logger.error or severe, and then do failed to save, and then we do colon and a space, and then let's do plus e.get message, and then finally we do e.rinse track trace, and that is think delete catch, and just do here do file data folder equals, let's see here, data folder equals plugin the get data folder, and then what I'm going to do next is close that off to say plugin.get logger info, and then let's say here data folder path colon space plus data folder dot get absolute path. There we go. Now it's important, because this is what I've noticed. We always have to check if it exists. We can't dot exists. If it does not exist, then we do here boolean created equals data folder dot mkdirs. There we go. And then we do plugin dot getlogger dot info. Instead of making a space in between, I put directly in there, and hopefully we can just say here created data folder colon space, and then we do here plus created, and then I do path file path path equals data folder dot to path, I think to path path. Okay, dot to path dot resolve, and then we're gonna be cooking. Now. After we resolve, do element save, element save dot txt. There we go. We need semicolon, and then we do plugin dot get logger dot info. Do file path so that we actually know what's going on. So file path dot to absolute path, and then we do files dot write string file path, comma, element saved positions, colon, and new line. Positions, please write this correctly. Positions, and then finally we do plus elements, element data, and then we do colon there, and then we do plugin dot get logger dot info file written successfully. There we go, successfully, and then we're done. Now I have no clue if this works or not. Hopefully it does. Come on. Cannot find symbol. Dot save element position. Dot save element position. Dot save element positions. Okay, now let's run, and hopefully it works. Let's see. Running the natural minigame. Let's and help for help. Let's go back into here, back to server, and let's play. Let's see what happened. Joining world, loading terrain. Let's run that. Let me go back to IntelliJ. Let me do stop. Stop. So shutting down. Chunk manager info. So it wasn't even called. Oh my word. Lateral minigame. It says shutting down, and then nothing happens. What the hell? Whoop. Come on. Okay, I have absolutely no clue why this does not work, or it has not been working. Please work. It'd be very nice if you work. Okay. If I go back to the save summoner, no saver. Let's see. Location. Why are you giving me an error? I need to import. Import class. There we go. Location or bucket. There we go. That should be fine. And hopefully, I think the main problem lies on there that it doesn't work. So. Let's do here dot save elements. Lock the toString. Require type elements summoner. Let's do new elements summoner, and let's do here element summoner. Oh, just do summoner, that should be fine. Summoner, and let's do copy, and let's do here summoner. And I don't think I need this. I just remove there, and we should be done. Okay, wonderful. So now if I compile, hopefully it works correctly and runs correctly. Let's see. No, it doesn't. Isn't that cool? Dot game element game. Wait, what? Here's the error. Elytra minigame, public class. Oh, I don't need another one. I just do that. And then I do that there. And then I do that over there at the very top. Boom. And then here we do summoner. There we go. Summoner equals new element summoner. There we go. And now if I compile, hopefully it runs. Oh, no smoke, please. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it runs. Let's see. Please do run. I would really enjoy if you run. Please run. Wonderful, you're running now. And let's see if it works. Loading terrain. We do back to IntelliJ and we do stop. Stop. Stop the server. Stop it. Okay, let's see if it sees anything. For I am going to lose it internally. I'm physically going to lose it. Wait, let's do it like that. I'm going to lose it. Okay. Inside of called. I am going to lose it fully. This dot. This and then we do here instead of this we do plugin. We have a plugin. Do we have a plugin? Yes, we have plugin. And then we do here this, and then we do plugin, and then we remove this. There we go. Boost the summon location, and why you're not working? Argument to plugin. Okay, I need to do here and let's do Java plugin. There we go. Java plugin. So now we converted that to there. And if this doesn't work, then I have no clue why it won't. Let's see. And hopefully it works. Help. So we do here, bang. Let's go back into IntelliJ. Did we get anything? No, we didn't. Why not? Why do we not get it? What? What? Why is this not being called? It makes no sense. Why? It says it's called, but then nothing happens. Layer.send message. Hi. Hi. Okay, I have absolutely no clue why this why it's not working, or yeah, why it doesn't work. That's a good question. Help, type help. Okay, back to server list and join. World loading terrain, bang. The array is empty, that's why. Let me guess, that's why the array is empty. Let me guess, the array is empty, and that's probably what is happening here. The array is empty. That's probably the case what is happening here. The array is empty. Let me go back in here and place one there. One. Place, this one I really do not care. It's overlapping or not. We place another one there. I place another one in the center here. There we go. And now if I run this, why is it? Why is it? Please, 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 please work. Please help me. Please work. Where did this say? It says please work. Where? Where? Where did it say please work? I think I really need to do completely rewrite this. Yep, I probably need to rewrite this completely. Okay, so I'm to leave this function. This is a monstrosity, and I'm also going to leave that. But what I am going to do my main class, where's the main class there? On disable, shutting down, and then no, I don't need you at the moment. So on enable, we do this now. I do okay. Element summoner is summoner, and then let's do public static. Okay, I'm to create a public static Elytra minigame instance. Come on, please write. There we go. And then inside of here I do instance equals this. Okay, and then we do here. Oh, I'm tired. I do there, and then we do all there. We do tab. Wonderful. What does this do? We do that. Let's do public element summoner get summoner. There we go. We do a simple get a setter, so it's available everywhere. Then we return summoner. And then we see here public static light from minigame get instance. So a bit of getter and setters. Return instance. There we go. Now in the summoner, let me fix this thing. This thing doesn't work. So let me just empty out. This doesn't work. Yeah, so I need a new element saver because I need to save it. So new game element saver dot save all elements. This and then Java plugin and plugin. There we go. Wonderful. And then after we do the Java plugin, we do here. Now we need to remove. So I say here clears all old and misplaced entities. For location block colon live to summon locations. There we go. We do for entity and then I do lock dot get nearby entities and do 555. Whoops, let me remove you. Okay, so now we loop through every entity in that location, and then we do now. Okay, now this is just, I think this might be working. Entity dot instance of lock display. I think that's important. Then we do entity dot remove. And there we go, and there we do summon block display. Do element dot lifter lock and null. Okay, so now that's the first one. Now this one comes to the more complicated part, and that is the for. I love this that I can use var. So for var entry boost the summon location dot get entry set. There we go. And then in there I do for the same thing, entity entry dot get key dot get nearby entities 555, and then we remove there and a open close bracket, and then in here we do the same thing. If entity instance of block display, and then I do here entity dot remove. What does the move actually do? Remove. Unsupported object. Try to remove a player. Use player kick. Okay. And let's see how does this work? And I want to see where this works. Is dead. Yeah, I want to see where it's entity.java. Where is this run? Entity.java. Okay. I'm not going to go into that right now. What I'm going to, so we can remove it. And then outside of that, I'm going to do this here. Summon block display element booster. Do entry dot get key, and then do entry dot get value, and then several elements. Hopefully it works now. Let's see. Hopefully it works. Let's see. And it should be running. There we go. Now please work. I beg of you, please work. Come on. Loading terrain. Map selector. So this is called fixed elements called. So now it should be working. So hopefully if I fly now through here, it should be working. So that's double, like I said before. That's double. That's double. That's come on, please don't crash. Okay, and now I just need to. Okay, there we go. Okay. If I go into creative mode now, and if I remove them, if I kill them, it should work. Flash. Can I do that? Yep, there we go. Kill 2 entities. Now it should run. Please run. Please run. I beg of you, please. Please, please, please. Okay, now if I do there, and now the moment of truth. It's cold. Hopefully it works now. If it works, I'm going to be so happy. Please. Please. No. Why? Why don't you work? Why don't you work? Why? What is your problem? What is your problem? Saved. Why are you not added to the list? Why? I add you here. You don't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let me try one thing. I've got one idea. Let me try one thing. I've got one idea that might work. It might work. It might just work. It might just work. If I place it centered, bang. You see, we place the correct height. If I place this centered, bang. I think that's a bit off. It might just be just a tad bit off. It might be just a bit off. Okay. Why are you off? I did not. You know what? I'm not going to complain. Put the center again, and you're fine for now. You see, I placed this before, but no, this one has to be off. Why are you off? I did not change anything. Why do you make to have my life so difficult, man? Okay. 5. Wow. Okay. Now if I go back here and I do map select, I do that. If I do here, it should. I add you to the bloody list. If I summon you, you exist. You get created. But why are you not added? What the hell? Why is it not working? Please. Please, it's not working. Why is it not working? Of course it doesn't work. Please. I beg of you. Please. Okay. Dot put, so we summon there, and then we summon there. And then we summon there. Why does this not work? It does not add. Why do you not add it? You know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, I'm to shove it for now. What's the next thing we need to do? What's the next thing? I want polishing. I want to do polishing. I don't want to work on this anymore. It's removing me. We should add a timer. Yeah, we should. I think we should add a timer. What do you guys think? I think we should add a timer. Action bar. Or I've got a better idea. What if I'd go back in survival, not spectator, survival, and do slash at reboot at s health get is 20. What if I do, instead of get, base set is 20? What if I do 2? Oh, that's cool. So I've got 1 health, you've got 1 heart, and can I do stamina? Step height, armor. Can I remove the stamina? I want to remove the stamina. For flying speed, follow range, gravity, jump strength, hunger. I don't know. Stamina, scale, save, step height, spawn, reinforcements, submode, sweeping damage ratio, step height, scale. No clue. Can I do? How do I remove stamina? I think that would be cool. How to remove the stamina bar in Minecraft Java. Let's see what it says. There's no built-in button to remove the stamina which appears under saturation, hunger. Mods like I want to remove. How to add stamina bedrock? Stamina bar, there are 18 bars. Let's see if I can remove it. Stamina bar on run. I can set the get player. Maybe I can just set on start. I just set the stamina to 0. Maybe that actually works. If I go to there, on disable, on enable, I do. Let's do here. Get. No, I need a player, so I need to say player. Player. Let's do 4. Player in player is get on online players. There we go. And then we say here player dot sets the starvation statistic is sets hunger, hurt duration. What does it say? On run, player E get event. If event is sprinting, set experience E dot get XP -1. Nope, that isn't it. Hunger. To remove the hunger bar. Hunger bar. Is that possible? How to remove the hunger bar? Does that work? Do hunger. Slash game rule. Do hunger. Doesn't exist. Cool. It doesn't exist. Where? Hunger management. Where do I do that? How to remove hunger in Minecraft. Disable hunger bar without having. Let's see, maybe it works. Without having to play in creative peaceful. Okay, just give me saturation. Okay, I think we need to do that with hunger saturation. Let's see what it says here. Dot set hunger chunk. Okay, dot health set at attribute get attribute register attribute equals attribute dot. Let's see what I do here for the attribute command. Attribute max health. Attribute dot max health dot set sentiment. Yeah, but I want to say register attribute. Attribute. Okay, dot set. There we go. No. Dot get sentiment boolean. Get key compare to get name ordinal notify wait. And the rest doesn't exist. Okay, get sentiment. What does that do? Sentiment returns. Max absorption, attack speed, movement speed, max health. Get attribute max health. How the register attribute? Register a generic attribute that to add attributes, not register default. Okay, let's do that, and then I do here. Then I do player dot add register attribute, add attachment at reboot. No, max health. No, equals 2. Or what? Equals 2. What the hell? How do I do this? Maximum health of it. Yeah, but how do I set it? Do at reboot dot. How do I set it? Sentiment dot value. What? How the hell? Okay. At reboots in a Java using paper. Let me see. Let's see what it says. Attribute. I wanna know health. Attribute instance. Okay, I have no word. Okay, so I need to say attribute instance. Okay, that's always so complicated. Health. Okay, so to say health att. Let's do equals player dot get attribute dot max health. Okay, then what? Health dot set base value. Got 1 heart, so that even if you ram yourself into the wall, you will die. Set base value, yes, yep. And then I just do that. Control C, Control V. And then we do also 2. And now if I run it, every player that's online should have 1 heart. And then now I need to figure out how to remove the stamina bar, if that's even possible. I think it's possible. I might just be too lazy. Probably just too lazy to remove the stamina bar. Yeah, I'll be too lazy. I'm too lazy. Yep, it works. Isn't that cool? So now if I do set 21, And now if I go here, and instead of doing it like that, you have to go to the listeners class. Yes, the listeners class. Where's the listeners class? The listeners class. The listeners class. The listeners class. The listeners class. Bang, bang, bang. The listeners class. The listeners class. Let's see, hopefully it works. Environment. Using 4 threads, preparing world, and done and dusted. Let's see if the listeners class listens. Okay. To do there, 21, disconnect, and rejoin. It should be 1 heart. Yay, it works. So now if I do there, and I do cavern, and I fly, you see I've got 1 heart, so I can't mess up. Now I want to remove the bloody stamina bar. If that's even possible. Now if I ram myself into the wall, I die. But if I land safely, also die. Because dying is good in this minigame. You don't want to die. Let's see. So, if I go through here and move through there, I just want to chop my velocity. And I die. Okay, wonderful. That's good. Now, I need to disable chat. Oh, that's not good. I need to teleport myself back to top. Okay, back to IntelliJ. So that works, that's good. The stamina bar, the health bar, whatever you call it, also needs to be removed. And how the hell do I do that? With a texture pack. I'm not doing a resource pack right now. Okay. Then we go back to Elytra minigame and go back here and say to do. To do, doodle do. To do. Diddly do, diddly do, to make the text to a resource pack. Resource pack. There you go. Make the resource pack, you bum. I like that. I'll probably forget it again. No, why are you not saving? Please. 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 Why is it not working? Please. Why is it not working? Okay. So let me stop mining now. Where is the save? Element summoner. Apparently this doesn't work. Why it doesn't work is a good question. Why Java decides, let me not add you. Let me not add it. Wait, I've got an idea. What if I just do Control X? After we spawn it, just put it there. And then instead of there, I do lifter dot get location. That might just work. It might just work. It might just work. Let's see. So we got block display spawn. There. Location and direction. If I do boost the north south dot get facing. You know? And I do the same here. So we summon there. So if I go there and do east, west. Maybe it works. Maybe it might work. Java might say it's fine. It works. Okay, but now I need to resummon it. Done. Okay, type half for half. Okay, back to thing and back to there and diddly diddly day. There. Now I have to go to creative mode. Was there not 2 of these? Did it work? That's a bit chronically too wide, but I don't really mind at the moment. Did it work? Wait, it might have worked. Ah, come on, man. and then there, F3 and N, and then we move along here. And now if I go there and I kill it, bang, and if I summon it, lift correct. Why are you so chronically wide? I did not make you so wide. There, and I put you in the center. Now you're back to normal. What the hell? What the hell? And then I put here. I killed you. I just want the 3 of them. And then I kill there. No, actually, that's fine. Of course, why not? There, and I put you centered again. Now, if I go here and I go there, Kevin. If I go back to Kevin, what the hell? I am going to lose it. Java, what is your problem? What is your problem, Java? Why are you not working? Why? Why? So this gets cool. We go to here. Then it says nothing. Info. So it goes through everything, and this is so we saved it, but it. But hey, at least we got this. Hey, at least we got the saving done. The saving is working. I am not complaining. I am not complaining. The saving does, so it does right to the thing. It does right to it. Just the bloody thing doesn't work. Oh my word. Okay. Game element summoner. What is your problem? What is your problem? Why do you not work? You know what? I'm done. Java. Let's see. I am going to physically lose it. What the hell? Put. What is this? What is this? What is this? Why is it not working, please? What the hell? Why? It's not working. Why are you not working? What is your personal problem? What is your problem? You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm going to do here and then say player dot send message component dot text, and then in here I'm to say boost the summon locations dot get no there, do that dot to string, and we just leave it like that. And now we do the same thing again. And do the same thing again down here. Now it should work. I just to say anything. I should anything the text. If not, I have no clue why it's not working. No clue why it isn't working. That's mystery to me. A mystery. Help. Help. A Mojang provided a command. Back to server. Play. Loading terrain. Creative mode. Creative mode. Please, please, please. There we go. And place it centered. You see, I get data. There is data. There is data. What is your problem? What is your problem? Now if I go here, and I go to Kevin, and I go back here. I am. No, I'm done. Why? Why? This does not work. Please, please. I am done. What is the problem with this thing? Ach man, wrong slide. What is the problem with this thing? Why do you not work? Why? Why? What's the problem? Why? Why do you not want to work? Please. Why? Please, I beg of you, why do you not want to work? Why does my S key doesn't work? Why does my S key not work? What the hell? My keyboard. It works. It's overwritten. Oh no, my S key broke. EAP. Wait, what? I can do big S. I can capitalize the S. I can go down, but pressing the normal S key doesn't work. What the hell? My keyboard broke. Cool. To the list. No, it works. What the hell? Yeah, that's just weird. Now it adds. Please, I'm so bored. I'm so tired of this. I am completely driven out. It's so bloody annoying. I have no clue why this isn't working. And to make it worse, that's the problem. I have no clue why it isn't working. Why that is a good question. It should be difficult to Java. Please, why it be so difficult, Java? Say cancel this work. Place element player. Gets new element summoner. Dot place element. Wait, don't tell me if this works, I am going to lose it. What? Fix elements. Good player. If this works, I am going to completely lose it. Come on, please. Come on, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. Can't be that bad. Help for help. I need help. If this bloody thing works, I am going to lose it completely. Lifter added. Where do we say that? Where do I say that? Element summon mana. So I say that. I say that. It did not update, or did it? Did it update or not? That's a good question. We can't answer. What the hell? Oh, that's just the lifter. I need the booster. Okay, let's see the booster. We kill you. We kill you. We kill it. And bang. Where's the thing facing? Where's the thing facing? Facing south. Okay. No, that's fine. So now if I go in there and I go there. If I go there. Why does it not work? We send the message from the thing. No, I don't want to do that. I want to get it from booster locations. I don't want to do that. Let's do this from boost to summon locations dot get key dot key set, and then here dot value set. Oops, almost broke my mic. It doesn't want to work. Why not? Why do you don't want to work, please? What is the problem with this thing? What? What? What is the problem with this thing? Yeah, I've absolutely no clue.